Hi, Chris. What you doing today? Tell me what you're looking for money for, Chris. 'Cause that's what I'm really here for. If I'm not helping anybody, man, it's a wasted day. So let me know what you need money and help for, because it's out there. It takes a little bit of work. People don't realize that, or actually, I think what people just don't like the work. And what happens, I think, in Google, it makes us feel that we're stupid if we have to work at something because they tell you everything is easy. Oh, you don't need to know anything, do anything, or whatever, and all that stuff is here. It's there, but it takes effort. And if you're not willing to do that, it's going to be hard. I mean, you may get lucky once in a while, and people do, but you have to really plan. If you really want to make changes in your life, you really want to do something important, you really want to solve a problem, there is help out there, no matter what the hell you hear in Washington now. It's just somewhere else than it was before, or, it makes a lot of noise. And certainly people are getting hurt from it. And I think that's what he enjoys, being cruel. So it's hard to get away from that. Um, but it is possible, and there is so many problems. I mean, programs out there. I mean, right now there's 750,000 programs, 750,000 programs that are there to help you with your life. He uses them every day of his life. His whole empire is based on government money programs. His whole family, his father was so good at it, he was getting in, he went to court all the time. They were suing him because they thought it was cheating. I don't know if he really got, I think what he was on was really how he treated his tenants, I think, what they really got on him. But that's where his money comes from. And he still, I mean, he brags about in his book how his first $1 million deal was with a government property in Cincinnati. So it is out there. And look at Elon Musk, the richest guy in the world. Okay, you know how he became rich? Government programs. And he now still gets like $6 million every day from government money. And now, if you're rich too, these people did is give the rich now in the new tax bill, millionaires are getting $1 trillion extra. And people who can't afford health insurance are losing $1 trillion extra. So that's where the money is going. So you're going to have to pay more for health care. So you're losing, people making less than $50,000 a year are going to lose up to $1,600 of income next year. People who are millionaires are going to get an extra $12,000. So you're going to lose $1,600 if you make less than $50,000, and you're going to gain $12,000 if you're a millionaire. I don't understand that logic, but I know the data. And that's why you have to find that. So a lot of that is going to, I'm trying to get help in getting an actual home of my own for myself and my fiance and our 3 kids, plus I need some dental work done. Okay, Chris, pretty easy actually. If you, as a member, you go over to, let's go on the left-hand side of our web page. You look for Unlock My Goals, okay? And the first one you want to look for your home is, you look under your home, and here is the link. Look for item number 1 in Unlock My Goals. And what you do is, there's 10 organizations there. Now, the best way to use this information is to call and make an appointment with each of these organizations. Okay, I know that's a pain in the ass and it's going to take time. That's the only way you're going to do it. And if you're not going to do that, then you're just going to go round in circles in Google forever and really not find anything, and you get hooked with somebody who's going to sell you something, or you get priced out of the market because everything they show you is going to cost you money and you don't have money. You have to go to the people who are specialists. everything, you talk to people who are specialists in helping people with low income get money. The people want to get money for you. Real estate people, bank people, they don't care you're poor. They just want money. I mean, they sort of pretend that they care what you're doing, but they don't. Everything in Google is there, what's good for them, not what's good for you. You have to find what's good for you. And the only way you're going to find that where you live, because it's different everywhere else in America, you go to organizations that specializing in helping people with your income background find what's best for you. That's how you make a good decision. You talk to experts who are experts in what you're doing, not that they're experts in how to get money from you. And that's what Google is. So that's the first thing you do. You go to that. Then the next thing you do for dental, you go down to healthcare assistance. Okay. Now, how to get help paying financial. And there's a whole monthly giveaway. Medical bills. No, free and low cost dental. So, okay. Look at item number 9. Okay. Item number 9 is on free and low cost dental. Okay. Now, this is a tough job too, because they're not hanging around a lot, just looking to do this. You have to scrape and do this, okay? So if you really want to get this done for free, it's really possible. Nothing guaranteed, nothing is guaranteed. No one could ever guarantee you'll get a grant, except the people giving out the grant, okay? So this is on getting, dental work, okay, for free. You could start the easy stuff and then you can go harder. I fall in that niche where I made too much money to get, but not enough to pay the, well, Chris, that's for some programs. There's too many different programs. And you haven't found out the programs yet. So whatever you think is based on something that you've learned so far. That's the tip of the iceberg. There's too much out there and too much that changes every day. So that's what it means, Chris. You have to keep, you're talking about the normal stuff. Opportunities are not in the normal stuff. You have to find in the unusual stuff. And they're not sitting on top. They're underneath. And you have to find those yourself. And that's how to do it. I show you the sources there, okay, for getting help. And I know it's a pain in the ass, but there's no easy way. If you really want to do this, this may be what you have to do, okay? And we're all like that. When I started my business, I mean, I fail a lot. I still do all the time. But that's how you learn what you really should be doing. And you can't go to the experts that are charging money or whatever, because they're just telling you how rich people do it. You're not rich people. So you have to do it another way and find everything else. Now, the 2 items I put in the chat. No, I didn't yet. Okay, let me put them in the chat here. Unclaimed home repair grants. Okay, let me get that. Pepco. Yeah, an article crossed my desk today on home repair money. Massachusetts is begging people to apply for home repair money. $8,000 you could get. And so, man, in these times where people are hurting, a lot of people need their homes repaired, and the government's sending there all this money, and people are not applying. And that's what life is. So you're going to hear things, and you're going to hear a story from somebody. Oh, I couldn't get any help, or there is none. You can't believe that. It's not it's not there for them, and what they did to do it. I mean, life is too complicated to rely on that one. And sure, it's a guideline, but if you really want it, you have to find it. And this is what we do, is we show you all the possibilities where you live to find that help you need. And it takes the effort on your part. Here, I'm going to put in the chat the 2 items. Here's the... Okay. Yeah, this is a grant they have in Massachusetts for home repair up to $8,000, and it's really something you do on your roof, and they'll give you something to put on the roof, a grant to fix up your roof and all that kind of stuff. But also, it helps you save water, helps you save utility bills and everything. It's a way for conservation, and they have these grants to do it. Because what's happening when the rainwater comes off your roof of the house and goes in the gutter, it goes over the concrete and the sidewalk on the road or whatever before it gets to the water, and it picks up all the crap there, so their water becomes terrible. So they're trying to stop that. And they have things to do on your roof that you could save that rainwater and things like this. And that's an $8,000. Also, Pepco, which is the utility company I use, they have a grant now because your utility bills are going to get higher. And a lot of reasons for that, which I don't understand, but one of them is AI. AI is causing your utility bills to get higher because AI takes a lot of electricity to run the computers that are working 24/7, okay? So those computers working so hard to do all the AI, and I love AI, and I'll talk to you a little more about that, utility companies have to have more power to give their customers for doing all this AI stuff, yeah. And so that's gonna shoot up your utility bills. But I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. But the thing is, they have a grant for $500 to help customers with utility bills. And there's an income requirement on this. The income requirement on this goes up to $96,000. Okay, that's a family of four. So family of one, two, whatever, it'll be a little less. But up to $96,000. I mean, God. I thought you were making a fortune if you get $96,000, yeah? But they think you need help paying your utilities. That's what I mean, when you go there, but every program is different. So when somebody says you're not eligible for one program because you're income, you just have to go looking. And the way you do that is, particularly for utilities, what you can do is just go over to findhelp.org, okay? And then let's see, findhelp.org, put in your zip code, and then put in utilities. Like for my zip code, there is like 120 programs, something like that help people pay for utilities, okay? Now what you have to do is start calling. There's no shortcut to any of this, okay? You call people, ask them for help with utilities, and if they say no, you ask them, where else do you think is good for you to go to get that help? It's like getting a date or getting a job or getting anything in life. You have to go door by door. You want to get a sale, then you have to do that door by door. I keep learning that all the time and starting businesses. And if you're not willing to do that, it probably won't happen. You have to make things happen. The world isn't going to happen to you. You have to make it happen to you. And there are tools out there that do not cost money to help you make that happen for you. That's what frustrates me. I grew up with no money or whatever. I still worry about it every day, and I have more money than I ever thought. But I still worry about it 24/7 because it could go away, then where am I? You know? And so it's so important. I think maybe that's the immigrant grandparents in me. And that's good. You want to be resourceful. You have to take care of yourself first. And so that's what you have to do. And then you do it by helping others. And that's why, to me, I'm so fortunate. I feel that when you start helping others, you can do it in a way that it will create income for you. So if you're creating something that is needed in our society, they pay you. But if it's not needed in society, then they won't pay you. And that's what, to me, is great, instead of nonprofit organizations where they give you things that you're not going to pay for. You don't know if you're of value. You know? That's what I like about charging, is I know it's a value. And this I used to charge thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of dollars for, because people who are rich really want this stuff, but they don't even need the money. So now, in the last, I guess, 3 years or something like that, I've been only helping people who can't afford it, who don't have hundreds or thousands of dollars to pay me. So that's why we only charge $20, and I'm very grateful that I'm able to do it for that. Everybody told me I can't, I have to charge more. But I'm here to help other people, not to buy yachts and go to the moon and all that kind of shit. No, nonprofit special template couple is the key to income stability. And so that's what I'm here. So if you could find a way to help people and make income out of it, man, that's terrific. And that's what, because giving is, I think, the most selfish thing to do in the country, is giving. If you're not giving, then, you're just, maybe it feels good temporarily, but it's sort of like ice cream. Ice cream feels good temporarily, but then you become a fat pig like I used to be. So all that stuff that feels good, oh, $5, thank you so much. I got a tip on YouTube. I rarely get those, thank you. So getting being selfish to me is, what kind of selfish? And that's why helping others, to me, I like that selfishness because I don't get fat. And it feels good. My heart grows, not my stomach. When I was eating ice cream, well, my stomach grew, right? But you're helping others, man. Okay, what's happening is that your heart is growing. And actually, at my age, so maybe this is just a fact that I'm an old guy, that I liked all that other stuff, money and all that stuff, but I can't, there's very few things you could get. I don't need a whole lot of stuff. I don't, stuff in the world isn't too important. As long as I have enough suits. You need moderator. Your channel to monitor and manage the scam. Oh, yeah, they're scam. I don't, they want to do that. I ignore them. You could ignore them too. I've put up with this 50 years. I mean, people, and a lot of people do it because I'm telling people something good about the government, and they don't want to hear that. It must be a scam if somebody's telling something good about the government. And there's good and bad about all of this. So what I'm trying to do is our car return. No, they're not difficult to get. They're difficult to find. Don't worry about that, Chris. But the same thing. You go. What is your zip code? What's your zip code, Chris? 98312. Okay, I'm going to put this. Here's what I would do. We have a report on car repair, and if I have time, I'll get that for you. But I go to findhelp.org and put in, you should go 98312. And then you put in car repair or just car. And so in your zip code, there are 34 organizations with free cars and car repair. Okay, what you have to do is start calling all of them, okay? Let me give you the link here. Car repair, okay. And this is somewhere in California, I guess, yeah. Or what? Okay. Now, what you want to do is, see, I did that by going to findhelp.org and putting in car. Okay. Now, if that doesn't, and start calling them, and you ask them for help, and if they don't help you, ask them for other things. Then also, and you put emergency. Okay, You put and then you put in emergency financial assistance on a separate search. And so you get 34 in your zip code for car repair. And let's see what you get on for emergency. Emergency financial assistance, there's 432, okay? Okay, these are people, emergency financial assistance, 400 of them. And see, this is an emergency for you. It's a car emergency because if you don't have a car, you can't go to work, you can't help your family, all that kind of stuff. So that's emergency. So you have to start talking to people. Let me get you our report on car repair. Car repair. Let's see. Okay, I know what I'm finding out. Got a little sidetrack. Okay, let's go one stop. And then the report. That's not the report. Sorry. Okay, here's a car repair grant. Now, another thing is AI. You know, I would suggest you start using this as much as possible. Okay. Okay, Gerondo, I am without a car, need help get a car, I live in Arizona. Okay, see that link I just put in there, Gomez, for Arizona? I mean, for car repair, but also, let's see, Arizona, I'll get an Arizona for you, 85301. But anything I give you, you can't stop there. There's starting places, and you have to take those starting places because they're the best starting places after 50 years of business that I think, you know, are valuable because they lead you to other places, okay? So let's go Arizona, and that is 85301. And then put car. Okay, there's 37 in Arizona. Okay. $37. Okay. Okay, now, who is the other sweet person? Katia? Katia? You think that's how it's spelled? For Texas? Okay, let me try to help you, Katia. Okay, 75068. I say, if I'm able to get something for either of you or anybody today, I feel that is a day worth living. So I appreciate you asking, and I plan to be here at least 10 more years to be able to do this. But more importantly, I want to teach you how to fish. I don't want to do the fishing for you. Okay. Okay, there's 39 in Texas, okay, here. But these are just starting places, remember that. They're just starting places. When you call them, then you ask them where else to go, okay? That's important, okay? And then if you need money for that, then you go to find help.org, put in the zip code, and financial emergency financial assistance, okay? Okay, because the other ones are just organizations that help only for car repair. But these organizations for emergency financial assistance help you for any kind of emergency. So that could be cars repair or anything else. So that's what you want to do. And look up on top, I just gave out the car report. Okay, we get you that car report. Where is that? Okay, here's the car report. Okay. Okay, there's the car report here. I see I gotta label things, it's too hard to find out. Okay, you had a video about nonprofits and the 10th reform, yes. Yes, Craig, actually Megan is there too, she probably knows more of this. But here, we have starting your nonprofit, unlock my goals, okay? Okay, look at item 1 under unlock my goals, okay? Here it is, here's the link to it. Okay, any other members? Maybe before I go, anybody in YouTube I could help? Remind me if you're, I'm not a member yet, Let's Go Help, I got that right? Upside down, letsgohelp.com. That's where you get unlimited help. Like today on Let's Go Help, if you look at the calendar for today, we have 6 hours of people that are live that you can ask questions about how to get grants. These are all people who've gotten grants before, and they teach you how to get grants. There's no extra charges, and you can attend every one of the sections every day. So we have 4, 5, 6 hours a day like this of people that are there to help you one-on-one. Nowhere else in the world. And we have, actually tomorrow is our, the 4th, 2 more days is our deadline where we give out $20,000 in $5 or $1,000 increments for you to spend on anything you want. So we have 4 grants every month. And we have one for 20,000, then we have one for 10, another one for 15. And one, anything you want. Another one is for rent and mortgage, and another one is for car repair. Ooh, car repair. So that's on the 10th. So you want it? Or is it the 15th? It's the 15th. And then we give out 30 free laptops every month too. So you want to do that, okay? Let's see, don't answer any questions. Well, I can't hear. Yes, I'm self-proclaimed gay. Okay. JFC, he's still alive. Former childhood informant. Yeah, that's me. Just to understand, would I be eligible? Well, there's 750,000 programs that give out money. So, yes, you're eligible. You have to figure out which one. So if one says no, you have to go to another one. If it bothers you, troll, why are you still here? You must like the effort. And charity, IDC, maybe I have 1 hour to fund. Not sure what's going on there. Maybe I missed the beginning. I think that's amazing. I want $1,800 grant now. Well, it takes work. And $18,000 a year is what the average adult receives in government grants every year. and this year it's going to be more than last year, and next year it's even going to be more than that. So it grows up every year, no matter what you see about, they cut this and that and whatever. The biggest thing they're cutting too is, in the tax cut bill that just came out, is hurting people under $55,000. $55,000 income, those under that, it's going to cost more to live next year because of the new tax laws. They're cutting out a lot of free stuff and things like that that is aimed at people $55,000 or more. If you are over $55,000, then you're going to start making extra money in the new tax bill. And if you're a millionaire, or actually if you're the top 10%, you're going to get an extra $12,000. So the people below $55,000 are going to get up to $1,600 less of income next year. And the people in the top 1% are going to get $12,000 more. I don't understand the logic about that, but I guess it's politics, right? Afternoon in Florida, a house is in desperate need of a roof. We have holes. What's your zip code, Roberta? I've been using tarps. And Roberta, what's your zip code, please? Roberta, okay. That's 391-34491. Okay, let me go. I'm going to go into findhelp.org now, okay? I'm going to put in your zip code. Okay, there's a lot of programs in Florida for this, for home repair. There's one for $10,000 I know they're looking for people for. Okay, there's 157 programs for home repair in your zip code. You hear that? I mean, 157. Okay, it's a bit unmanageable. But if you go to Google, you're going to get 200 billion. And that is really unmanageable. I mean, I might commit suicide. Anything out of that. But here, 150, okay, home repair Florida. Here they are, 150 of them, okay. You start on that and then come back and start going to the workshops and asking people, when you run into problems, ask them how to do that, okay? What do you need to do and things like that. Please, don't let this stop. You have to keep going forward and, put the tarps or whatever you have, but you need this fixed. And there's help out there. It's just that I'm not positive where it is, but we narrowed it down to 140 places. Okay. Alberta? Yeah, please. The whole thing of this is you taking effort on charge yourself. Remember, but see, you don't know that there's so much help out there. All you're looking at is Google, and everybody there wants to get money from you. You can't look at Google. That's why just stay away from there. You want to look for help, go to the library or other places, go to Find Help and start calling people about help. Hey, where do you find help like this? And people want to help you. You just have to find the right person. People don't want to help you and not get paid, or they're just got to make a living, then you're right. I mean, you're just in their way. So that's why you just stay away from Google, because Google is only there to make money. They're there to tell you what's best for them, and you don't have money. So what's best for them is them getting money. You don't have money, so you're really not best for them. Okay, so that's why I just don't play in Google. Go to Find Help and play there, okay, and other places like that. And that's very important to do, to get the money and help you need. Okay. Now, I read a book on vacation, the first vacation I probably took in 10, 15 years, about art and how that affects your life and makes it so much better. So Smiley and I are going to a museum, and I have to get ready to go to a museum with Smiley. Okay, will you excuse me? I'm going to be here 10 more years, trying to help you guys every day I can. Okay, it's the joy of my life, and you've made me so happy being there that I could be of value to somebody else, and that's great. Mm, there's no nicer feeling, so thank you for that, and I'll talk to you soon. Oh, and people who are not members, got to put in the plug, okay? letsgohelp.com. And if you think we screwed you, don't worry, we'll give you the money back.